guys, Cameron from Anime Chat Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing Qualidea Code. Hope you guys enjoy. The story takes place in a world where people continue their war against the unknown, the enemy of humanity. Children who were evacuated and put into cold sleep during the invasion several decades ago have awoken to find out that they have supernatural powers. In order to protect the country from the unknown, the students wage battle to defend the cities of Tokyo, Kanagawa, and Chiba. The idea of this plot intrigued me at first, as I wanted to know what the unknown had to do with the students getting their powers. But as things got going, it was the animation that threw me off, with its inconsistencies. Which was disappointing, because I expected more from an A1 production, the studio that gave us anime like Black Butler and Fairy Tail. After an attack by the species known as unknowns, humanity creates a stronghold which is under constant attack by these unknowns. This time, however, they've gained the power known as their world, which allows them to combat these unknowns. Thanks to these powers, they actually make light work of their attackers, or so they think. The catch being, those who have the world power are limited to teenagers. It's like that's the demographic they're targeting. As per usual in anime, it does a good job of covering its tracks. The world power is a manifestation of the individual's dreams of when they were put into the cryptic sleep during the first unknown invasion. It has a nice message though, of while adults don't have the powers, it was them who paved the way for the future generations. In terms of details to the story, it does a pretty good job. However, there are many holes in the plot, but it doesn't make it a bad anime. Despite having an interesting premise, it was just executed rather poorly. The comedy, however, is more quirky than it is funny, but it does give it a bit of charm. There isn't much to the characters in terms of personality, but their interactions are amusing. I won't go in depth into the characters just because there isn't much depth or personality to them. The anime has separate introductory episodes for the main characters, but that's about it to the extent of character and development. Talking about the art and animation, I was very disappointed. It is really inconsistent. I'm talking very inconsistent. The fight scenes being the ones that disappointed me the most. Not keeping the quality of the animation throughout the anime. The art style is below average and I almost couldn't finish it because of this. The soundtrack is nothing outstanding, but it is slightly above average. The OST has some nice unorthodox tracks. The opening and closings are pretty average, but the downside is the OSTs don't always hit the mark. Now it's time for the pros and cons of Qualidea Code. Unfortunately, there aren't too many good points, but the bad points definitely stand out. Talking about pros, concept of the story is pretty good. Soundtrack also adds to the pros only because it's better than some other aspects. Not by much, but it still has some character development, which also adds to the pros. However, the inconsistent animation, poor art style, and poor plot points all bring this anime down. A1 production disappointed me a bit when it came to this anime, not in a single aspect, but as a whole anime. All things considered, I'm going to give Qualidea Code a D. Although the cons outweigh the pros big time, I did enjoy watching this anime. If you just tweaked a little bit of the storyline and got rid of the visual meltdowns, it might have been more of an enjoyable experience. It's not an anime that you'll remember in the long run, but it is a good episode-to-episode watch. If you are going to watch it, just wait till the end, because it does get better after the first few episodes.
Thanks for watching the video.
Please like and subscribe.